Hello, everybody, and welcome in on WSA3 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy. In here with it to give you guys a little bit of an update concerning this potential for a winter storm to come in here Sunday night and into the day on Monday. So I'm just going to give people a few seconds here to jump in here on our live stream as we talk about, again, just how things may set up here in terms of this snowfall event here. Again, starting out on Sunday and heading into the day on Monday. So good morning to everybody here that is just jumping on. Again, just kind of starting up the broadcast here, going to give it a second for everybody to be able to jump on here. We've got many people watching from our Facebook Live video that is live right now to our weather app. The WSA3 weather app as well has the live stream up running on there. Hello to people there on the weather app and even the news app as well. We have running, and on my Twitter also broadcasting this. So again, what we're going to get into here is basically a little bit of a breakdown of what to expect with the snowfall potential as we go throughout the course of tomorrow and into the day on Monday. All right, so what do you say? Let's break it down and show you what we are expecting. Here's a look at the future track here right now. Again, not seeing, a ton of activity here for tonight. We're going to see things calming down. We've had a little bit of light precipitation that kind of moved through parts of central Illinois early this morning, but that is nothing. The big storm is definitely going to be coming in as we head into the day tomorrow. So let's show you how some of the models are showing this to occur. All right, let's get you through early Sunday morning. Not much happening here. We're talking calm conditions there through even the midday time frame. So if you've got early morning church services on Monday, or I should say on Sunday, you're going to be okay there through the noon hour. You're going to notice snow creeping in here from the south and west. And by, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock, places like Springfield, Taylorville, Effingham, you may start to see some of that snow move in. And then it really kind of kicks in here, I think, close to maybe the 6, 7 o'clock hour, ramping up more for areas down to the south towards I-70. But here is the big question mark that we've got. Here is a huge kind of, thing that's still up in the air is see this purple area that's going to come in here when we show you at about 12:30 a.m. Monday morning, according to this model here. There's an area from parts of Shelby County down near Effingham, down into Cumberland County, down into Clark County, maybe even to Coles County there, where there's going to be maybe some freezing rain. We've got this warm nose of air coming in, and basically what's going to happen is instead of snow falling, you're going to have freezing rain. So in those areas, you could have some ice accumulation occurring down there, causing some issues into parts of maybe Coles, Cumberland, Shelby County, as I mentioned. But it maybe even gets even further north than that as we go throughout the early morning hours. But notice areas closer to Champaign, back to Springfield, Decatur, you're mainly all snow with this. And that snow is going to continue through the very early morning hours. Now, I think there could be actually a little break. There's 2 waves to move through. There's going to be a Sunday night and overnight kind of wave, and then there's going to be another little enhancement that's going to occur kind of mid-morning into the afternoon. But notice again, I want you to see that purple shaded area. If you live down there towards Charleston, Mattoon, into portions of Shelby County there is that little purple area which is showing maybe again some freezing rain. Okay, so we see that area is kind of the question mark because of if you get more freezing rain, you're going to have lower snowfall totals. But if we don't see, a long period of the freezing rain, then your snowfall totals could be higher. Now, this continues into Monday evening and then tapers off as we head into the overnight hours. So, I know the question everybody wants to know, how much snow are we going to get? Well, I want to show you this. There are different weather models that come out to show us predictions. And I'm going to show you that. And let me go ahead and I'm going to shut off this little corner box here. So this is an example of some of the different snowfall model forecast. There are several different ones that we look at here. Here is one, and this is for Champaign. You can see one of them actually two of them show about 3 inches. One of them shows about 4 inches. Another one shows about 5 inches. Now, the one on the far left doesn't fully take into account the entire time frame. It's a shorter run model, so less hours put into it. But you can get an idea. You can see there, Champaign, 3, 4, 5 inches. Let's show you the Decatur one. A little bit higher. There's a 3 inch in there, but there's also a 5 and maybe even a couple of 6-inch snowfalls in there. Springfield, I mean, they're pushing maybe a couple models showing a 7-inch snowfall in there. So we look at the weather models, we try to break it down, and here is what I have come up with in terms of my official snowfall forecast. Take a look at it here. I just posted this on my Facebook page. And here's the thing. We're still Saturday morning. We're still 36 hours away from potentially some of the first snowflakes, or maybe more like 30 hours away. 30 hours until we see the snowflakes, so a lot could change. But this is kind of my breakdown of what I think. I think there could be a higher corridor of some 5 to 7 inch snowfall amounts that could run from Decatur to Taylorville, back through Jacksonville, Springfield to Lincoln. That could shift. Again, the big question area is that 2 to 4 inch range I've got closer to I-70, where I also have the possible ice tag associated with that. It is in that area where if you get the ice, you could have some lower snowfall totals, and that could be the case. But I still think there's a good swath of 3 to 5 inches that is going to occur as we head into basically Champaign to Danville. And then you kind of see the amounts drop off a little bit more as you head to places like Watseka or Pontiac, as you're kind of on the northern edge of this. So that is generally what we're thinking. And again, this may come in a couple different waves, 2 different waves of snow, one Sunday night, one into Monday. But let's show you this ice accumulation map too, because I think there could be some ice in here as well. Basically south of I-74 and I-72, 0.05 to 0.1 tenth of an inch of ice. It's not much, but the problem is if you put down, a little glaze of ice and then you throw snow on top of that, that can make for some really slick conditions. But those higher amounts, a tenth to maybe 2/10 of an inch of ice, not out of the question for areas closer to I-70. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. So what we know here, we know the snow is going to start out on Sunday evening. Okay, we know that most likely, more than anything, that snow is going to mix with some ice near I-70. And the highest amounts probably occur along the I-72, I-74 corridor. So that is essentially what we're looking at as far as this system goes. There could be some pretty good travel impacts on that Monday morning commute, so kind of keep that in mind. Okay. Download the WCI3 weather app or the news app if you have not already. We're going to be putting out updates on there. We're going to let you know what to expect. Just keep checking back with us here, whether you're watching us on Facebook, on our live stream at WCIA.com, on the weather app or the news app. We do the streams on the app there as well. And so we're going to continue to give you information about that. But that's kind of the gist of it. There's a lot of people that have just tuned in here and are watching. I'm going to look over at some of your comments here and see if you have any questions, and we will answer some of those for you. But I'm going to throw back on our map here showing the snowfall potential. And again, you can see that we're talking about essentially areas here from I-74 and I-72 where we are expecting to see probably some of the higher amounts to occur. So that could change. I have to stress that. It is always subject to change and oftentimes does. So you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt and know that things could develop and change as we head throughout the next 24 hours. So you just got to keep kind of checking back with us, and we will continue to keep you up to date. All right, I'm going to jump on here and just take a look at some of your guys' comments and try to answer any questions that you may have. So let's do that now. All right, here we go. Trisha, you are welcome. Thanks for tuning in here today. By the way, where is everybody tuning in from? Go ahead and type in and let me know where you guys are watching from, and I will let you know. It looks like a couple questions have been posed about the wind, which is always a thing here in central Illinois. We all know how that is. The winds with this aren't going to be terribly strong, at least to begin with. Sunday night, winds are going to be out of the east, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday, though, those winds may pick up a little bit more, 15 to 20 miles an hour, and those winds will be out of the north. And that north wind obviously could cause, some blowing and drifting. As we all know, if you live out in the country, you know how that works here in central Illinois. Yes, there could be some blowing and drifting, I think more on Monday than on Sunday, but that could be an issue with those 15, 20 mile an hour gusts that will occur. Open fields, in some of those areas out in the country, you're going to have maybe some issues with that. We're not talking blizzard conditions with this. Blizzard conditions would require 35 mile an hour winds. We're not forecasting that. All right. Wow, we just got a bunch of comments about where everybody's tuning in from. If you have questions, go ahead and post them now, and I'll take the time here. That's going to be obviously for our viewers that are watching us on our Facebook channel here. We know some of you watching on the weather app, on the live stream. Thanks to those of you who've tuned in on the live stream here on the news and our weather app. We encourage you to download that, as that is a place you can definitely get information from. All right, Sister Park, Springfield, Potomac, Gifford, Charleston, watching from Springfield, Illinois, and Vermilion County. Heading to Effingham Sunday, travel back to Gibson City, going to be okay in the evening. Becky, the earlier you can get out of Dodge there in Effingham on Sunday, the better. If you don't leave until 6 o'clock, you're going to be running into that snow in Effingham. Now, the more north you go, you'll get out of that snow, say 7 o'clock potentially. But if you can leave by 3 p.m. In Effingham, you'd be a lot better off. Time for a snow inbound. Snow inbound. Okay, not sure what that means. Sandy has enough wine stocked. All right, Sandy. Perfect. Good. The essentials. Bread, milk, right? All right. Again, we had an event earlier this season, if you recall, back in November. I mean, we've already had some areas that picked up 3-4 inches of snow. So this could be a similar one, but some areas maybe you get to that 5-6 inch range. I do want to show you one more graphic here, because you may see this showing up and you may be questioning it a little bit. And so let me explain it to you. It is the winter storm watch that is in effect. So I know you look at this graphic and the number one thing that's going to pop up on a lot of people's minds is, okay, why isn't Champaign, Vermilion, Piatt, DeWitt County in there if you've got 3 to 5 inches of snow in the forecast? In talking to the National Weather Service, they discussed with me that with some of the new model data, they issued this winter storm watch earlier this morning. So with the new model data that's come in, it's indicating maybe some of those higher amounts. Now getting into Piatt, Champaign counties, Vermilion County, and so they may be adding. I fully anticipate them adding in these additional counties in their next forecast output. So just kind of keep that in mind. Take that graphic there with a grain of salt, because it's likely to change. Again, all right. So there's your ice and there's your snow. All right. All right. Back to your questions here. What about Hoopeston? Hoopeston, you're going to be probably still on that 3 to 5 inch range. 3 or 4 inches of snow for you. Glad this is snow Sunday, Monday instead of today. Says Zachary. Milford on the border of 3 to 5 or 1 to 3. I mean, Tracy, you're going to be, if you kind of just average that out, if you're on the border, you're probably looking, at maybe the high end 1 to 3 and the low end 3 to 5. So I would say, maybe a 3 inch snow for you. Again, as mentioned, this starts Sunday night into Monday. answering Anthony's question. Riverton, what time is it supposed to start? It'll start Sunday afternoon to the evening. Can't give you the exact hour and minute. Time frame between 3 and 6 p.m. on Sunday. Kathy, you're welcome. Lerna in the house. Debbie watching from Lerna. Mattoon, will we get more ice and how much? So yeah, I think you're going to get some more ice down there in the Mattoon, Charleston area, which could lower your snowfall totals. Dwayne, what's up? Thank you. Becky, going to shovel. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be able to shovel. You're welcome, Danny, for the updates. Paxton, you're going to be, in that 3 to 5 inch range. Yes, some winds to answer Kathy Stein's question. You could have some winds on Sunday. Paris, Illinois. Again, you can look at the map here. Hopefully you know where you live on that map in the county you live in, and you can kind of pick that out. Patrick, you're welcome for the update. Will the ice be thick enough to possibly cause power outages? I doubt power outages. You really need to get kind of 1/4 inch of ice and more to get power outages. We're not forecasting that. We're forecasting at the highest amounts of, 2/10 of an inch of ice. This will be, somebody's asking about a light fluffy snow or compactful snow. From what I can tell, this probably is going to be a little bit more compactful of a snow. Again, with the winds again, not much on Sunday, going to be 5 to 10 miles an hour. They're going to ramp up a little bit more on Monday. Those winds could be 10 to 20 miles an hour. On Monday, we're not talking blizzard. Blizzard winds are 35 miles an hour, so we won't have as much of that. But you definitely could still see some winds. It doesn't take much here in central Illinois to get, some blowing and drifting with the winds out in the rural areas. Linda, you are welcome. The temperature is going to be around 31, 32 degrees with this. So yes, we're expecting kind of a wet snowfall, compactful snowfall with this. So yeah, the temperature is going to be kind of right near that freezing mark, which is why there could be a wintry mix in there for some of this. To answer that question, Becky, you are welcome. Yes, be safe. And all right. So again, here's the key takeaway from all of this. Everything's subject to change. As we all know, it is central Illinois and the weather changes. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a Saturday morning update to let you know what to expect here, as this system approaches. I'd get out today if you got to do your shopping. You're still going to be okay Sunday morning. I'm just going to show you another brief look at the kind of timing of this as what some of the models depict it as it brings in the snowfall. Again, you're okay tomorrow morning. If you need to do some stuff Sunday morning, no issues, okay? Sunday afternoon, things are going to start to ramp up, 3, 4 o'clock. I think by really maybe 6, 7 o'clock is when things get going their best, and into the overnight hours. South of I-74 to I-72, again, there is that area of purple. The purple area is the question mark. It's the question mark because that means freezing rain, which could lower snowfall totals. If that does not occur and you get less of the freezing rain, then you would get higher snowfall totals in that area. That's the big question mark that we've got right now. But areas closer to I-74 to I-72 tend to stand the best chance to pick up on, we think, some of the higher snowfall totals, and this all ramps up Monday evening. Here's again a look at the ice area. Ice chances best across our southern counties and closer to I-70. And again, snowfall totals here, 3 to maybe as much as 7 inches of snow. Okay. And yes, Mike, I like your comment. Here's a good idea. We will get what we actually get. That is exactly right. We do our best to forecast this. Things can change, but this is our best guess at it here for right now. Okay. And Dwayne wants to know, is Champaign getting a dusting or significant snowfall? Well, significant snowfall is different in everybody's eyes. I can tell you this, to some people, a dusting or an inch of snow is a big deal because they don't like driving in and they don't want any snow at all. So it's all very dependent upon, very subjective to people as well. Keep checking back with us. I will continue to give you updates. Our weather team will continue to give you updates. Amelia Henderson in here with you tonight on the newscast. And tomorrow as well. We'll be in here with team coverage as this unfolds to let you guys know what to expect. I encourage you guys to share this Facebook Live if you have watched this and maybe you got friends and family that maybe didn't get a chance to watch this, to give them an idea of what to expect. I encourage you to share this with them so they can kind of see it. Get the Christmas shopping in. Buy me something nice. I'm a size large for a shirt, okay? I like my hats here. Go Cubs, go Blackhawks, go Bears, okay? Halfway kidding. All right, that's going to wrap things up here for today. Keep checking back with us again. Thanks for stopping in on our live stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday morning. Get out and try to enjoy your Saturday a little bit before things take a nosedive and go down for us as we head into the day tomorrow. I know that I will be attempting to do that myself here. Otherwise, keep checking back, and we hope that you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.